It is that time of year, y'all. What time of year? You know what time of year it is. It is, honey, it is Purple Veil season. It is Purple Veil season, baby. It is Lent coming up. Lent is here, honey. Now, before we get into this conversation, let me just say something. Okay, this year, Lent is exciting. And not just Lent. We talking about Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is happening on Valentine's Day. Saint Valentine's Day, the patron saint of love. Or so that's what the commercial world has told us, right? Hear me out on this. This is a brilliant plan, okay? We're going to get into the Lenten conversation in a minute, but listen to me on this, okay? Listen. Now listen closely. Coming close. Now, if you're single, whether you are a man or a woman, if you're single and you're Catholic, this is the day, February 14th, 2024, that you get to find yourself a spouse. Or at least somebody that you can connect to. This is how you do it. Listen, this is the only day in the year where we are clearly marked, okay? There is no question. You got ashes on your forehead. Use Catholic, okay? Now, the next thing you need to do is look for a ring. Now, they don't have a ring. Now, that's when you can go up and be like, hey, so what parish do you go to? You know, don't do it like that. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you some examples. Anyway, listen, we're not going to talk about that, but I just wanted to open with that. Okay. I just wanted to open with that. Okay. Just a thought. Okay. Now let's get serious. So I'm thinking about Lent, and if you're anything like me, you know, you like to challenge yourself a little bit more. I don't quite remember what I gave up for Lent last year. I don't remember. And that's a bad thing because I should be keeping track. You know, these things should mean something to you. And I said to myself this year, I really want to do something that's meaningful to me. Now, I posted on the community tab that I had decided that I'm going to go meatless for Lent, go completely meatless for Lent. And for me, that's hard because, honey, your girl loves her some carne. Okay, I love me some meat. I love steak is my favorite food. Okay, I love it. I love salmon. I love it all, honey. Okay, I love meat. I love chicken, pork, lamb. Oh, don't give me the lamb. It's just me and lamb. We like this. So I decided I'm going to go 40 days without meat. But then something happened. Okay, so what had happened was that I had come across some recipes online for vegans and vegetarians about meat replacements. And I learned about seitan, and I learned that you can make seitan out of flour. And it's no coincidence that seitan sounds like, because I'm really like, yo, you need to get behind me, Satan and Satan, because this is kind of messing with my goals here. You know, I was going to go ahead and give up meat, but now I learned that you can make meat from wheat. And I have been in that kitchen cooking it up, y'all. These are the foods I've been making, child. Listen. This don't look like much of a sacrifice, you know, but you know what? I decided that I'm going to stay with it. We're going to stick to it. Here's why. Because for me to have this seitan, first of all, my craving for meat is still there. I still want a steak. I still want to be able to eat what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I can't do that. And in order for me to get that seitan and to put it into my diet, because your girl needs protein, because you look at these guns. Okay, y'all know I'm in fitness. Look at these guns. Okay, we have to maintain this muscle. Okay, I got to maintain this muscle. So I need protein. Your girl needs protein. And yes, plant-based protein. Y'all, listen, I'm a nutritionist. I write diets for people. I already know, but I need significant amounts of protein. So seitan, tofu, it's perfect. It's perfect. But here's what happened. So I'm thinking to myself, well, is it cheating? And one of y'all was like, yeah, it's cheating. I'm going to tell you why it's not cheating. I'm going to talk to my pastor. I'll talk to him, but this is my reasoning. Okay, I know Father John, you be watching in the comments. So when you make a comment, you let me know if this is okay, okay? But I'm going to ask my pastor. But listen. It is a labor for me to make that seitan. Like, it's not like I don't go buy it in the store, because store-bought seitan is expensive, first of all, and some of it just don't taste good to me, okay? And I'm just not spending that money, okay? So I have to actually take a whole entire day to make this stuff because you got to get it. You got to put the water in it. You got to knead it. You got to let it sit. Then you got to wash it. Then you got to season it. Then you got to first cook it one time and then you got to cook it another time. And then you store it in the fridge and then you get to cook it. So it's like a whole process. It's a labor. It requires labor. It requires work. It requires sacrifice of time. It requires me to actually not have the convenience of just opening up my fridge, seasoning up some meat and putting it on. Like I actually have to do something that's going to challenge me. And that's what's going to lead into the conversation that we got today about Lent. Okay, so I know you're going to go into this season talking about, I'm going to give this up, I'm going to give that up. And that's what we're conditioned to do. You have to give something up that means something to you when it comes to your Lenten sacrifice. Okay, what you're going to go ahead and give forth to the Lord and give up. 40 days he spent in that desert. Okay, 40 days and 40 nights. He was fasting, he's praying, he's being tempted. But he stood on his grounds of what he came here to do, told Satan, get the heck on out of here, Satan. We ain't got no time for that today, right? But what he did was a sacrifice and it was a challenge. It was a challenge, right? So I want to challenge you to challenge yourself during Lent. How about doing the things that are hard for you, right? For instance, I have been really struggling for a really long time trying to get back consistent with my training, my workouts. And this is me, Miss Fitness. Yes, honey. Okay, listen, I have my struggles too. So this Lent, I'm going to condition myself for the next 40 days. Well, starting on, Ash Wednesday, because we got to wait because I'm going to take my time to get there, but I'm going to get there. Ash Wednesday, every morning at 6:00, 5 days a week, I'm going to make myself be present in that gym no matter what. This is winter outside. Now, winter in California is about 60, 65 degrees, honey. Listen, that's cold. It'd be 40, 50 degrees in the morning. I got to stay under my covers, okay? But not this time. I'm going to make myself get up. I'm going to make myself get in that gym. I'm going to make myself consistent. I'm going to show up for myself by way of sacrificing my desires to not want to do this at all and be lazy. I'm going to give it up to God and do what I have to do. It's a challenge, right? Christ was challenged in the desert. Christ was challenged to go forth and do what he had to do to get out there and get his ministry started. What are you doing? So I want you to look at the things that are hard for you right now. So yes, give something up, but do something that's going to make you step outside of your comfort zone. Because here's the other thing about Lent that's so great. At the end of the Lenten season, what happens? We have the full passion of Christ, right? And man, this is my favorite time of the year. It's gut-wrenching, but it's the reason why our Lord is who he says he is. He died on a cross and he rose up, right? And he redeemed us all. And it's such an amazing time. But in that story is a metamorphosis, the metamorphosis of our Lord from his physical body to his risen body and his ascension to heaven. He had a whole entire 360 change, right? How are you going to take yourself and change through challenge, change through sacrifice? How are you going to come out differently this year, this Lent, this Easter, this Paschal season? How are you going to come out differently than you're going in right now? That's what I want you to challenge and think about. Who's talking about Lent like that? I'm talking about Lent like that. And I'm excited because I ain't never approached it like that before. It's just like, I'm going to give this up. What else am I giving up? I'm going to give up my Starbucks. I'm giving up my Starbucks, y'all. Y'all know I love me my Starbucks. I'm giving it up. I am going to go ahead. I'm also going to give up ramen. Not like Maruchan ramen or oodles and noodles, like real ramen from one of my favorite restaurants, especially in LA. It's Tatsu over there in Melrose. I order from there so much. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to eat it for 40 days. Man, I love me some ramen. Okay, not going to have it. But in addition to that, I'm going to show up at that gym every morning, 6:00. I'm going to make sure I'm up at 5:00 every morning doing my morning prayers. No excuses. I'm getting it done. And when I come out of this, I will be a changed woman. I will go ahead and see what I'm capable of and continue these practices going forth in the year. That's what I want to challenge you to do for your Lent. So go ahead down to the comments below. What are you going to do? All right. Share it with everyone. Write it in stone. Let's hold each other accountable and think about how you can come out of this a better, stronger, more faithful Catholic, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for here on this channel. So I hope that I went ahead and inspired you. Now, listen, I got these veils here. You know, it's purple veil season, honey. We do the liturgical colors here. Yes, we do, honey. Okay. And if you want to go ahead and check out these veils, because I ain't going to put them on. I'm not going to pander to the tribes. Okay, sometimes I like to play with the emotions and put my veil on in the thumbnail. You know, I might do that. I don't know. Y'all know I'm crazy. But anyway, I'm saying that I won't right now, but we'll see what I do. If you want to hear about these veils, you want to see what they look like on, go ahead and check out this video over here, because I went ahead, I reviewed them and everything, and I got the link down below for y'all that don't want to see, you just want to go buy it. Go ahead and get it. I will see you over there.